What's up YouTube? Kristen Walter here with Mountain Dream Real Estate. I just want to tell you a little bit about what you can do if you're going to the mountains and you don't like skiing. I know there are so many of you that are sort of dreading the vacation trip that your loved one wants to take so they can go shredded on the mountain all the time. Well, hey, I'm here for you. I've got some fun stuff for you to do that's going to keep you busy and having fun and enjoying the mountains at the same time. So stay tuned, you don't want to miss it. Before I get started, don't forget to click like if you like this video and subscribe so you can know when the next video is coming out. So here we go. What are you going to do when you get to the mountains and your loved one is off skiing? The first thing you can check out is the lodge. A lot of times in the places where you're staying, you've got a gathering area where they call the lodge. There's a fire. There's also local restaurants and a bar. Sometimes the restaurant and the bar is in the lodge. Whatever it is, it's a fun little getaway that feels cozy. You can hang out there, have some drinks, put your nice furry boots up by the fire to warm your feet. And yes, remember, check out those local bars and restaurants because they rely on you to come and help them when you're in the mountains. And don't forget about coffee shops. We still have a lot of those that are locally owned, and a lot of times they're coupled with a bookstore. So how about those books that you've been meaning to read? Maybe the book that you've been meaning to write. This is the perfect environment when you see the snow falling all around you and you've got a warm, cozy fire and you've got some quiet time to yourself. Maybe this is the time for you to finally finish that book that you've been reading or writing. Okay, for the next one, I'm gonna flash you back to the 1980s. Remember when we used to go on vacation with our families and we didn't really have a lot of cable and we didn't have internet and we surely weren't hanging out talking on the phone using long distance? What did we do? We played board games. So a lot of people like to play board games, and you'll see a lot of family members come out of their shell, whether they like to do cards or categories or whatever it is. People love doing board games when they're in the mountains. It's a great way to pass time when you just want to feel like you're on vacation. For all my people that love being in the water, it is so fun to be in a hot tub in the mountains. I know people that spend pretty much their whole time hot tubbing when their loved one is out skiing. And when your loved one comes back from skiing, they're gonna wanna get in the hot tub to soothe those achy muscles. So go check out the best hot tubs before they get back from skiing so you can be sure to show them a good time. Okay, so this one's kind of breaking the rules because it sort of is getting outside. I know a lot of you are so afraid of the snow and you feel like it's so cold and you just want to be inside warm, but maybe you could try something new and try to go for a snowshoe. There's probably plenty of lessons around for you, and I promise you it can be really easy. It can be as easy or as hard as you want. Now, when my parents first visited me in Keystone, my mom was around 60 and my dad was a little older. My mom is 5 feet tall. She's a little athletic. She walks marathons. And I told her, let's try something new. Let's go snowshoeing. She tried it, she loved it, it was super easy, it was super fun. Did she ever do it again? No, but at least she tried it and we had a great time and we have good memories now. So try something a little different outside. There's also a different type of skiing that's not as intense as downhill skiing or snowboarding, and it's called cross-country skiing. Now with cross-country skiing, I know you might have seen it on the Olympics where they're going really fast. Well, that's skate skiing, that's Olympian level status. There's something a step below that called cross-country ski that is a lot like when you're on your elliptical trainer. It can be very low impact. It can really work your abs. You really don't have to have too much balance to do it. Again, you can go as fast or as slow as you like, and it's mostly flat if you go on the really easy ones. So a lot of our golf courses in Colorado during the winter turn into a cross-country ski area where they pave the tracks for you ahead of time. So you're really just keeping these small skis inside the tracks, and you usually have a really wonderful instructor who's been doing it their whole lives. And like I said, super easy. If you're gonna try something new, try something like cross-country skiing, because if you're able to get out cross-country skiing or snowshoeing, the dogs really love it. So if you're bringing dogs to Colorado, you know that they're gonna need to get outside and exercise. You can certainly walk in the snow, but you can go a little bit farther and a little bit faster if you have on skis or if you have on snowshoes. And the dogs will love you for it. All right, all right, all right, I'll stop pushing you outside. I know some of you are gonna miss your city shopping, and I gotta tell you, the shopping in the mountains can be so much fun. If you're looking for jewelry, if you're looking for furniture, any type of design elements for your home, shopping in the mountains can be really fun and exciting. And again, it's a great way to contribute to the local economy. A lot of our shop owners are locals, they're not chains. They go out and they find these things for you that are usually locally made or locally sourced. So go shopping. That's just another fun way to spend your time in the mountains if you don't want to ski. Some of you are art aficionados. Some of you are artists. We have lots of galleries in Colorado, ranging from Western art to abstract art, a lot of photography of wildlife in the West. I think you're really gonna love going and looking at these art galleries and of course shopping at the same time. So I have a question for you. What type of art do you like? What type of art do you want to find in the mountains that you can't find back home? Put it in the comments below and I'll hook you up with some local artists because there are so many. And in fact, in the summer, if you visit us, we've got a lot of art shows that we block off Main Street, and artists from all over the country come and they sell all of their artwork. So if you don't get enough shopping in for art while you're in the mountains in the winter, you can certainly come back and visit us in the summer where you get to see so many other types of artists. The next thing that you can do in the mountains if you don't like skiing is to do one of our sip and paint series. So we have some local places that will allow you to come and drink some wine and make some art. We also have some pottery places for that too. So if you feel like you're an artist or you've got that little itch inside of you, or you just like to drink and have fun with your friends, go check out one of the sip and paint series or the pottery series where you get to make your own art and then take it home with you. The next thing you can check out in the mountains if you don't want to ski is some history tours. We have a ton of history in the West. The Wild West was once the Wild West. It has great history, great characters that you're gonna recognize from movies and folklore and all that kind of stuff, and a ton of old cemeteries that are really fascinating if you love history. Some of you work too hard all the time, and you're coming to the mountains to vacation. I get it. The best thing that you could do if you feel overworked is just stay home. Cozy up by the fire, read a good book, binge watch that DVD set that you've been thinking about, binge watch on Netflix, whatever. Stay home by the fire, enjoy your quiet time, enjoy your solitude. And this, I'm really speaking to introverts, I get it. You can come on vacation and your partner wants to go out skiing and then they want to go drink at the lodge with all their new ski buddies after and go hot tubbing and go to the bar and do the beer and all the things, and you just want to stay home and be by yourself. There's plenty of time to do that. There's plenty of space to do that. If you're in a small condo, I think you'll be really surprised if you walk around in the halls a little bit. We do have little reading nooks and small spaces that are meant to be quiet for people who need to get out of the condo and get away from people. Now, I know you don't want to go skiing. I know you might be afraid of being outside, but I want to tell you, you need to get out and play in the snow a little bit. Think about building a snowman. Just go outside for a little bit, feel it in your hands, touch it, feel how warm it really can be if you have enough layers on, and just go play in the snow a little bit. There's gonna be plenty of other people that are outside that will join you if you build a snowman. I promise you, it'll be a lot of fun. Now, for those of you that have families and little kids and you don't want to put them in ski school, we've got plenty of sledding around. It's super easy to pick up a little sled at the local Walmart or the local hardware store and go find a tiny little slope and just go for it.
Let her rip, Hank Penn.
Again, it's gonna create great memories. You're gonna be outside and you can go for as little or as long as you would like. Now, even if you're not a skier, you can sometimes take a free ride on the gondola. And what I mean by that is you would go to the ticket office or you would contact your representative at the resort on the phone and just say, hey, I wanna get a ride up the gondola and down the gondola. So if you're in an enclosed gondola, this is a little easier, but if you're on a chairlift, it's a little bit weirder. So if you're trying to keep it chill and you're not too mobile, try to find a gondola and get on the free lift, on the free ride. And then a lot of times at the top of the mountain, there's a restaurant where you can go have a bite to eat, have a drink, and watch all the people coming in that are skiing and see all the activity. So sometimes if it's not free, it might just be like $10 or $12, but I encourage you to try to figure that part out and ask your loved one who's going skiing if they can ask for you when they go, if there's some sort of free opportunity to go up the mountain even though you're not skiing. Now finally, I've put you through the paces, and again, before I go, I've got one more tip, one more thing that you're gonna love when you're in the mountains even though you're not a skier. But I'm gonna ask you real fast before I get to that. If you liked this video, click the like button. If you didn't like it, there's a button for that too. And make sure that you subscribe so you can see my next video on how to have fun in the mountains, no matter who you are or what you like to do. Okay, drum roll please. In the mountains, when your loved one is skiing and you don't wanna go skiing, go to the spa. We have some awesome spas in Colorado. You can get your manicure, you can get your pedicure, you can get great massages, you can get facials, and a lot of times at these spas, they will serve you drinks, and there's hot tubs and sometimes even swimming pools. I gotta tell you, as a local, I try to frequent one of the spas at least once a month because it is so refreshing and it makes me feel like I'm on vacation. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.